summer, part while the Black Lives Matter movement was going. You helped organize some of the votes, got everybody to register to vote. Has anything moved with that since then?
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes. I mean, we had our leadership council meeting, and one of the things I wanted to do was to get the guys to register to vote. And Coach O, he wrote it down in his pad, and he really was really active on doing that. I mean, he stressed it in team meetings, and he just made and sent out text messages, making sure everybody got registered to vote. So right now, we're kind of just waiting for the time to vote, and but with Coach O, he's kind of took charge of it, and he really backed us on everybody who had that idea to get everybody registered to vote.
JaCoby, obviously you made the difficult decision to come back for your senior season. I mean, just what has this last few months been like in the sense of you came back, now everything is so uncertain?
We have a certain certainty over here. We always feel like we were going to play. There was no question of not playing. Like Coach O says, his saying is we don't blink. So, we had the little quarantine period. We trained as if their season was going to start on the regular time. And then when it was announced that it was going to be pushed back, we just picked up. And, we've been here and working out and doing all the things that we have to do and following the protocols so we can play in Tiger Stadium come September 26th.
Jacques, and then Shay.
Hey, JaCoby. A few guys that I guess we thought were going to be teammates with you this year won't be coming back. Guys like Neil, Marcel, Kerry Benson. Did any of that surprise you? And how do you guys, move forward without some of those veterans?
One of the mentalities Coach O's always put in is next man up mentality, and those guys left for their personal reasons. That's not for me to put any word on, but we have a lot of young guys that are going to step up, and we're looking forward to seeing them, step up into the role that those guys left void.
Hey, JaCoby. What's your relationship like with Bo Pelini now that you've gotten to know him well? And the second part of that is, do you have a feel for how Pelini will want to use you? You know how versatile you've become on the field, and now moving to a new base defense, kind of where do you fit in?
Yeah, my relationship with Coach Pelini is pretty cool. We can talk about stuff outside of football. I know there's some times where we'll be sitting in like the meeting room, and I'll have a football play on and kind of watching it with Damone, and Coach Pelini will come in and talk about something else off the field, and I feel like that's pretty cool. It kind of it creates a better rapport when the time, and we really know Coach Pelini and how he is and his moods when he is on the field, because we talk to him about other stuff than football. And when it comes to stuff that's how he's going to use me, it's kind of the same stuff I did last year, just blitzing and just using where the team needs fit. Like I said, I'm willing to do anything to help the defense be a great defense and the team win.
Hey, JaCoby. Obviously, you guys in the secondary are losing, Kerry for the year. I guess kind of how have you seen some of the younger guys like Cordell and Elias and Bradarius kind of step up in those moments, because you guys are going to need them this year?
Right. Those guys, they've done a great job. They accepted the challenge, and like I said, Cordell's he's always been a guy that we've depended on. It's nothing new for him. He's gonna now he's the clear starter, and we're expecting a lot from Cordell, and the same thing with Rodarius and the guys that are going to take the role after Kerry left. And like I said, like Coach O said, it's always next man up, and we don't blink. So the exception doesn't change.
JaCoby, Scott Ravelay from The Advocate. I heard you on LSU 60 a few weeks back be interviewed, and so you talked about wanting to play. Now that you've been back in the program and seen the protocols and the safety precautions and stuff like that, how much is your attitude remain the same, and the desire to play? And we see petitions by players in conferences that aren't getting to play, who said they want to play. Just how much? What is your attitude like, and your desire to play, and you think overall for the team? I know some guys have opted out, but just the team overall.
I mean, just seeing the opportunity being taken from everybody, it just shows that you need to cherish the moments that you have now. I still want to play. Like I said, I feel safe. Mama Shelley, Coach O, they're on top of everything. They're really proactive. I mean, you can argue that some teams are taking what Mama Shelley is doing and implementing them in their system. Like I said, with the other conference taking taking football, the opportunity to play football away, it just makes me cherish my time here even more.
Hey, JaCoby, you were talking about Bo Pelini's new scheme. He was talking about it before. It seems like has a long history of two high safety looks, a little bit more. Ed Ogeron said earlier that you'll probably see that more than you ever have at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
How is that different for you, and like how do you feel like that will change your role in the defense, and kind of explain how different that'll look for LSU using that kind of scheme?
Right. The difference is the front is going to take care of a lot of stuff. I mean, our front seven is going to take care of a lot of the run game, and I have to adjust, but you have to be able to adjust. I mean, at the next level, you never know what's going to happen, and it's good to get experience in different defenses, but the difference is for the safeties coming from a one high defense mainly into a two high defense. The front in a 4-3, the front just takes care of a lot of things. The front takes care of and knocks out the run. That's really their main responsibility.
Hey, JaCoby, Brett Martell here with Associated Press. Just interested in a defensive veteran's view of how Miles has kind of evolved as both a player, a teammate, and a leader, and just your general feeling of what it's like to be a player coming in for the number 1 overall draft pick in the NFL.
We have 100% confidence in Miles. We always knew that Miles had a strong arm, and it's cool to see how Miles has kind of grew into this role. I know as a recruit, when we came in together, I was always excited for Miles Brennan because he was breaking a lot of records in Mississippi, and he came in and he waited his turn, and he just adjusted to the circumstance, and he could have been some of those guys that decided to leave and enter the transfer portal, but he stuck it out, and now he's the guy. And like I said, we expect to see big things from Miles.
Hey, JaCoby, Garland Gillen, Fox 8 New Orleans. I asked Coach Ogeron yesterday about iron and sharpening iron with the battles between Derek Stingley and Jamar Chase. He said he shows them to the team. What's the reaction like in the film room when y'all show those epic battles between two future first-round picks?
Yeah, when we see them, it's for us. We're so normal to it. I mean, we've seen it. Like Coach O said, you see this here at LSU all the time. I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I seen DJ Chark and Dante Jackson go back and forth. So it's nothing new here at LSU.
Hey, JaCoby, Wilson Alexander from The Advocate. Y'all's preseason practice structure is going to be so much different this year because you're not going to play until September 26th. How, for you as a player, is it kind of different from the years past? And what are going to be the challenges of having to wait so much longer to actually play your first game?
I think Coach O's done a great job of creating a schedule to where we stay focused this entire time, and he won't kill our bodies through this for the long time that we are practicing. He's created a schedule to where we're going to be practicing and where we're going to stay focused. And when school starts next week, he's going to adjust the schedule. But Coach O's always done a good job of taking care of our bodies, making sure we stay focused, and making sure that we're able to peak at the right moment.
Hey, JaCoby, Paul Boron from CST. I was wondering, you talked a little bit about the protocols. Just talk what it's like, the new normal now, when you come to the facility, what you guys kind of have to go through. And I guess at this point, it's kind of become kind of second nature, right?
Right. So one of the things we have to do, we have to walk in and that they take our temperature and give us the wristbands to be able to walk through the building. And we got to wear a mask everywhere we go. We have to wear a mask on the field, and just got to just be safe and just be clean. It took a time to get used to. I mean, I know for me, I ran on the field for 3 years without wearing a mask. So I know the first couple of times I had to run back to my locker and go get my mask to put it back on. So, you're going to have those kind of growing pains. But other than that, we've been really good here on our protocol, and we all wear our wristbands and make it easy on the people, making their job easy. The people who have to take care of all that.
Yeah, JaCoby, Ron Higgins, Tiger Rag. Can you talk about Jabril Cox? I mean, what did you see immediately what he brought to the team, and just talk about him having played, on national championship teams up at North Dakota State. What does he bring to you?
Oh yeah, he's a hard worker. He loves football. I mean, me, Jabril, and Damone, we all go watch film like right after practice. I mean, we're almost waiting for the film to be put up. So he's a football head. He can run sideline to sideline. He's a good guy. I'm really excited to play with him. On the 26th.
Hey JaCoby, I was curious. A lot of new freshmen have come onto the team. You were a 5-star once in high school. I know they throw all that away when you get there, but what has been your reaction? I guess when you first saw Eric Gilbert in person, and now that you see him on the field as a tight end, kind of what can he do?
Man, he can run a route like he's a receiver. I mean, and he's 250 pounds. I mean, there's been a couple of times where Eric will run a route and he'll kind of bang into me, and I kind of have to absorb it. But he's a freak of nature, man. Like Coach O wasn't wrong when he called him Megatron, and he really can move like a receiver. But like I said, I think he weighs like 250 pounds. So that's 250 pounds that's running like a 4.4 speed directly at you.
What has it been like defending Miles since y'all got back to preseason camp?
It's pretty hard because Miles knows his checks. He knows where he can throw his check down. He's good at reading defenses, and he has a strong arm. I mean, Miles can put the ball out there and let Racy and let Jamar and let Terrace run out there and get it. And and that's one of the things Miles always had. Miles always had a strong arm, and that's one thing that's really difficult about trying to cover all the guys, because he makes you cover the entire field.
And to build on the freshman, I guess, what have you seen from Jordan Toles so far at safety?
He like I said, he's a freshman coming in, and he's looking good. He's actually coming around. He's having a really good fall camp. Like you said, I was a 5-star coming in, and I had my growing pains. Every freshman gonna have their growing pains, but he's really impressed, and he's really picking up. He's a really smart player, and he's picking up the defense really fast. And we're expecting big things from Jordan.
Hey JaCoby, a few of the teams in the SEC, SEC West, like Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, they've all announced that their stadiums are going to be like 20%, 30% capacity this year. I know Tiger Stadium is. You guys love to see that place packed. It's such a huge advantage when your fans are all in there. Have you thought about, is that going to be bizarre? I mean, you're going to be hearing the shoulder pads and the coaches a lot better. What's that going to be like with not many fans?
Man, it's going to take away from the experience on Saturday. I mean, I wish all the fans can be in there and pack the house, and Tiger Walk is just filled with people and filled with fans going crazy. I mean, it's going to really take away from the experience, but it's the world that we're living in right now. It's the protocols that the SEC and the governor that they laid out, and they're doing that to protect us and protect everybody else. So at the end of the day, we have to accept it as is, and hopefully we can learn from this, and when we come out of this, we can appreciate it a whole lot more.
We'll go to William, and then we'll go to Rab for the last question.
Hey JaCoby, this is William with Tiger Rag. I wanted to ask you, obviously, with the exception of one hiccup when the trip to Tigerland it didn't work out real well. Can you maybe discuss you as a senior and the leadership that you and other players are going to maybe have to exhibit about what happens once practice is over with, and kind of staying within either when you leave the facility, go back to your apartment, or not get caught in places that maybe would put your season in jeopardy?
Yeah, the team's been really good with we're learning from our mistakes and whatnot. But the teams we've been really good. Like I said, Mama Shelley laid the guidelines. The best thing she's done was go actually after having a Zoom meeting call with us. She had a Zoom meeting call with our parents. So I know I get a text from my mom just about every day about how everything's going. And probably right now when she sees this interview, she's gonna ask me where my mask is. So we've been really responsible on how we've been handling ourselves, and like I said, we're here to make the people who have to put the protocols in place jobs easy. We don't want to be hard and be a hard head and do our own thing, and we're all about the team. We're all about playing and representing Louisiana on September 26th.
JaCoby, what message do you have to the fans and fellow students, about, obviously the numbers in Louisiana, for example, are trending in a good direction with coronavirus, but they probably still need to improve for you guys try to get through the football season. What message do you have for them?
Just be clean and just follow the protocols. I promise you that the governor is not putting in rules just to be mean and just to do it because he has the power to. He's doing it because he genuinely cares about every citizen. And like I said, just follow the protocols that LSU puts into place as well. I promise you, if you follow the rules, everything will go right. I mean, we learned this since we were like 5 years old, so it's time to put them in action.